Friends, a magical world has been shown in this film, where a star broken from the sky turns into a beautiful girl. And this girl has the powers of a star, and the one who gets this girl will become the king of that magical world. So today, we are going to see something like this in today's story, whose name is Stardust. The film begins, and we are shown a village whose name was Wall, because around that village, there was a high wall of stones. And it was said that on the other side of the wall was the magical world of Stokehold, and no one was allowed to go there. And it was always guarded there. But one day, the boy of the village, whose name was Dustin, he traps the guard there, in his words, and goes to the other side of the wall. And he came to a market while roaming there, where there were a lot of strange things, and in the same way, he meets a girl here, who was actually a princess, and the witch had kept her captive here. The girl whose name was Una, she tells that, "I can only be free after the death of this witch." Dustin breaks the magical chain on his foot, but it is reattached again. Una gives Dustin a glass flower in return for this effort, and they spend the whole night together, after which Dustin went back to his home. After which we are shown the time after 9 months, where the guard of the wall brings a parcel for Dustin Dot, in which his and Una's son, Tristan, and a letter were there. Now the scene changes, and the time after 18 years is shown, where Tristan had grown up now. He is still like the most beautiful girl of the ball town, Victoria. He goes to give her flowers. So there was another rich boy of the village, Humphrey, who had also come to give him flowers. He makes fun of Tristan a lot and drives him away from here. Now the next night, Tristan takes Victoria on a picnic and tells him that you marry me, I will bring more expensive things for you than Humphrey. There we see the king of Stormhold, who is taking the last breaths of his life. His sons had killed their own brothers for the throne, and now it was only 3 o'clock. The souls of the dying princes were also wandering there. The king was also worried about his daughter Una, because he hadn't seen her for many years. After this, he takes out a locket from his neck dot in which there was a ruby stone. And as soon as it comes out of his neck, the color of that diamond flies away. The king says that whoever will bring back the color of this ruby stone among the 3 of you, he will be the next king. Saying this, the king dies, and the princes go ahead and catch that locket dot, so that locket flies away from here. And he goes and bumps into a star, and that necklace and star both start falling on the ground. Tristan and Victoria were also watching him fall. Tristan tells Victoria that if I bring you this star, so will you marry me? Victoria gives him a week's time for this. The star falls in the jungle on the other side of the wall. And as soon as it falls down, it turns into a girl. 3 old witches, Empusa, Lemia, and Normal, all 3 had also seen that star falling. And to bring back their youth and revive their power, the heart of the fallen star on the ground had to eat. Lemia eats the last piece of the star she has and becomes young again, and goes in search of the star. On the other side, Tristan tries to cross that wall, but the guard doesn't let him go. He also tells him that your mother was also from this magical world. When he comes to his senses, he sees the star girl lying next to him on the other side. Tristan tells Dustin his and Una's story, and he gives Fenir a magical piece. He also gives him the letter that Una had sent him, and there was a candle in it. As soon as Tristan lit it, he could reach her as soon as he thought about his mother. Seeing this, Tristan is very happy, and as soon as he lights that candle, he reaches that star girl, because he didn't think about his mother. That girl says that I am a star, and hearing that my name is Yvain, Tristan ties her with a magical chain, and says that I will gift you to my girlfriend Victoria. On the other side, Princess Septimus kills her 3rd brother and bishop by giving poison. The 2nd brother, Primus, didn't drink that poison. That's why he survives. Yvain wanted to escape from Tristan's captivity. So Tristan makes a deal with him. Says that after meeting Victoria, I will give you half the candle so that you can go to your house. Now the next morning, Lamia turns a boy Bernard into a goat by her magic and makes him her passenger by putting him in a cart with her goat. On the way, she finds the same bitch who had kidnapped Una. After eating with her, Lamia tells her about the star. After which Lamia realizes that that bitch had given her some herb. After eating it, she tells the truth. Then she does a magic on that bitch so that she can never recognize that star. On the other side, Yvain got tired while walking so she asks Tristan to take rest. Then Tristan ties her to a tree and goes in search of food. Princess Septimus also found that locket and reached near that area, but he didn't find the locket. So he kills his seven-eyed demoner by saying that he told the wrong way. Because maybe he works with his brother at the same time, Tristan didn't return to the jungle at night. So a unicorn comes here and frees Yvain. Lamia forgot the way to the star. So she goes back to her sisters to get help. She tells her to wait at your place. That star will come to you. Then Lamia goes back and turns that goat into a human again. And she changed Bernard to a girl and that cart to a hotel, so that if Yvain passes from here, he stops here. When Tristan comes back with food, Yvain is not there. So the star whispers in his ear and tells him that Yvain is in danger. And as soon as he passes from him, he tells him to go in the cart in which there were the souls of Prince Primus and his other brothers. But Tristan falls while climbing in it. And seeing this, the prince takes him with him. On the other hand, Yvain had reached near Lamia's hotel. And because of the rain, she decides to stay there. Lamia takes him inside as soon as she sees him. She cares for him a lot. She gives him hot water to bathe. And then she lies on the bed. And in the excuse of massaging him, she is about to take out his heart. That's when Prince Primus knocks on the door. And as soon as he comes in, he sees the bathtub and gets into it. Tristan had gone to tie the horses in the stable. Lamia mixes poison in the drink and brings it to Primus. Letting him see his brother's flesh, he tries to warn Primus, but he can't hear it. But Primus refuses to drink wine because he was afraid of his brother's death. So the maid takes that drink to Tristan. But before he drinks it, the unicorn comes and drops the drink. When Yvain comes down, Primus sees the locket around his neck and asks for it. But then Lamia kills the prince. In the meantime, Tristan comes here and sees all this. That's why he starts taking Yvain from here. But Lamia does magic all around him. She lights a fire all around him. But when she starts killing Yvain, so Tristan takes out that candle and burns it with that fire and tells Yvain to think about his home. And then they both disappear from here and go to the clouds because Yvain was thinking about his home and Tristan was thinking about his home. That's why they were hanging between the sky and the ground. They both start fighting with each other. That's when the sky robbers were watching them from a little distance. And then he catches them both and brings them to his ship. On the other side, Septimus reaches the place where Primus's body was lying. From here, Lamia's hotel was over. And nearby, he also meets the scared Bernard. He tells that his locate is with the star girl named Yvain, and he also gets the power to always stay alive from his heart. After which, Septimus takes Bernard with him and goes to find Yvain. On the other side, because of using magic again and again, Lamia's youth was also ending. She comes to her sisters for help. So her sisters tell her with their magic that Yvain is still in the sky. Hearing this, she promises to bring him back. On the other side, the captain of the ship, whose name is Shakespeare, he finds out that Tristan is from Volga on He hides him in a room so that the rest of the pirates can't harm him. He also hears the stories of that village from Tristan. Because his father had told him about Volga on in this way, they become very good friends. after which they stay at a port, and gives a device to a man named Captain Freddy Dot in which these people use to collect sky electricity. After this, when all these people come back to the ship, Tristan's get-up changes. The captain introduces him to everyone by calling him his nephew. He tells everyone that I am keeping Yvain here for his entertainment. Captain Tristan is taught swordsmanship, and Yvain is taught dance, and then he leaves them on the nearby island of Volgane so that he can go to his home. Lamia had reached Freddy Dot, and after knowing everything from him, she makes him dumb with her magic. When Septimus reaches there, Freddy can't say anything because of magic, and that's why Septimus kills him in anger. Lamia's sisters tell him that the star is going towards Vulcan. Now Septimus reaches the ship of Captain Shakespeare. His men start fighting with the whole crew, and Septimus goes to kill the captain. But by then his people reach there and save the captain. That's why Septimus runs away from there alone. Yvain and Tristan reach the rich water witch and ask her for help. In return, the witch asks Tristan for a glass flower. She couldn't see Yvain because of Lamia's spell. The witch turns Tristan into a rat when she takes the flower, so that she can take him with her. She couldn't see Yvain, that's why she sits in his car. She talks to the rat and expresses her love for Tristan. When she reaches the market, the witch turns Tristan into a human again, but Tristan shows that he didn't listen to Yvain. Now they spend the night in a hotel. And the next morning, Tristan cuts Yvain's hair and goes to his village Dot so that he can tell Victoria that he has found his true love. Yvain wakes up in the morning and gets worried not to find Tristan there. The hotel owner tells him that Tristan has gone to Victoria Dot to tell her about his true love. But Yvain doesn't understand this properly. That's why she gets sad and goes towards the wall. Una tries to stop her from behind, but she doesn't stop. And the three witches also found out that the star is very close to their castle. Tristan reaches Victoria and tells her about Yvain's hair, that he has started loving her. When Victoria sees her, she finds that he has turned into Ash Dot so that Tristan understands that if Yvain crosses that wall, she will also die. That's why he runs towards the wall to save her. On the other hand, Una also closes the ditch water witch in the buggy and goes towards the wall. And before Yvain crosses the wall, Una reaches there and stops him. In the meantime, Lamia also came there, which kills the witch, kidnaps all three, and takes them to her castle. And now she came back to her real face. When Tristan reaches there, the guard tells him everything Dot, after which Tristan takes a glass flower from the witch's buggy and starts following her. On the way, he also meets Septimus and they get together to kill the witch. Reaching the castle, Princess Septimus recognizes her sister Una, and Una also tells Tristan that I am your mother. After this, Septimus fights with Empusa witch and kills her. But here Lamia also kills her with her black magic. Tristan leaves the wild animals at Mormo Beach there, which also kills him. Lamia also tries to kill him, but he survives because of the glass flower. And then he throws him away with the heavenly lightning given by Captain Shakespeare Dot, after which Lamia uses black magic to fight Septimus' bodyguard Tristan. But Tristan somehow reaches Yvain with a rope. And now here Lamia is about to kill Tristan Dot, and then she suddenly remembers her sisters and she starts crying. What will I do by living without them? Seeing this, Tristan and Yvain start leaving from here. But this was just Lamia's move, and now she moves forward to kill them. Seeing this, Yvain hugs Tristan, and with their love, the star, i.e. Yvain, starts glowing a lot, from whose light Lamia bursts. After this, Tristan takes the ruby stone that fell down in his hand, and it turned red again because Tristan had royal blood inside. Una tells him that you are the last heir of Stormhold, with whom Una's brothers get freedom. Now in the last scene, it is shown that Tristan became the king and Yvain became the queen, and people from Volgamp had also come to see them, in which Victoria is also there. Una and Dustin also met again. Una gives a candle to the royal couple. And then, after ruling here for 80 years, they start living in heaven through that candle. And now they were going to live here forever. And with this film ends here. So friends, I hope you liked this video. If you liked the video, then like and share the video. If you have come to the channel for the first time, then subscribe to the channel. See you in our next video.